A lot of credit goes to Bryant. I told y'all coming in, they were good. And I know it's an FCS team, but they're very, very experienced and older. They got a quarterback number 4 that can really make some plays. Very impressive player. And then had a lot of guys making plays out there. The thing that I was extremely pleased with, even if we would not have won it at the end, is I've been telling them, doesn't matter if you're down, you're up, just keep fighting, and you saw that in them. They never laid it down. They kept battling, and it was nice to see. I told y'all our quarterback battle was close. I told you I thought, and both of them did some good things, and then Grayson came in and made some phenomenal plays at the end there. And so that was exciting to see.
Yeah.
So hoping that Gunner has a concussion. I don't know how long he'll be out. We'll know a little bit more tomorrow and see how his symptoms go. Best inside linebacker, one of our best inside linebackers, our team captain for the concussion.
I know.
They ran each other on that short pass.
And why is not this way towards
Donovan Mann, so he didn't play the whole last quarter and a half, I guess. But we'll just see how they'll go through the whole protocol, and we'll see if they'll be able to get back at the end of the week or not. Having a little bit more time helps us, so we'll see. And then I thought the kids just kept playing hard. I thought the coaching staff did a great job of just keeping coaching. They stayed extremely positive with the kids, and the kids kept believing and kept fighting. It was exciting watching them do that. So I'll take any questions at this time.
Are you upset with the hit on Gunner, and what did you see in terms of how he?
Yeah, Gunner's hit was it was like he was, the ball got fumbled, so he was going to get it, and the guy hit him right, in the head with his head down. So it wasn't like it was a shot to hurt him. The guy was trying to go hit him to go get the ball type thing. This happens, and it happens in modern football, right? Back when I played, that would have been a fumble recovery going the other way, and that's just the way football is. And then they would have gave us smelling sauce, and we would have been put back in the game. I'm not saying that's right at all, but that's what it used to be. That's why we have all the rules we have now to protect all of us, which I think are great rules.
And what did you see in Gunner in terms of just when you talked to him, and how did he seem?
He seems good. He seems good, but like I said, we'll watch him close tonight. His mom's here in town. They'll watch him. We'll watch him. Just the same thing with Donovan. Anybody that has that, we have a whole protocol they go through, and one of the things is keeping close touching base with them all night tonight, and make sure everything goes good.
Coach, you talked about Grayson a little bit. Can you expand a little bit more on your thoughts on tonight, and also Chris Mitchell?
Yes, Grayson has an extremely powerful arm, and he's a really good athlete. And Coach Yost and Grayson have done a great job of working. He used to throw stepping away and just all arm strength, which made him a little less accurate. And now he's able to keep his feet underneath him. And then when he's able to move on the run, he has enough arm strength to make plays on the run. And he did some of that tonight, but he sat in the pocket. Those deep outs he throw across the field on a laser are hard to throw. And if your feet aren't set, they sell them out of bounds. He set his feet, zipped them in there. That was really, really special. And then his 2 throws on the fades were phenomenal. And then his throw to EJ coming out of the backfield, he had to throw it slightly to the back shoulder. Boom, he caught it. And EJ, we had worked it. EJ used to drop those, and we do a pass on air. And we've been really working with him on catching those. He did a great job of catching it. When I saw him catch it, then I was just watching as he hit the ground to make sure he just squeezed it. So I was like, "Don't fall out, ball!" And he held on to it, and then the rest was history. I thought it was a good job. The last drive there with 47 seconds, I think, was just especially it's 4th down and 10, wasn't it? We got that one, and then all of a sudden, here we go. And that was because they called the targeting rule. And I think if he wouldn't have called targeting to hit him regular, I think he would have called it. But he's fine, which is really good. Ross Fournette gave him a scholarship the other day, and he sure did. Big play. And
what did you think of that targeting call?
I thought it was the right call. I mean, he was in the air, and the guy hit him with the top of his crown right in his face. He could have gone down and hit him, lower. Like that's what we try to teach all our guys to do, and do that, but they didn't.
Why did the decision go for you?
Well, we didn't stop them 2 drives in a row, and we didn't stop them. They scored the first play of overtime. And Coach Yost goes, I got the perfect play. And I thought, okay, we hadn't stopped them. You got the perfect play, let's do it. And sure enough, he did have the perfect play. They've been playing the same blitz down there. And when we were down there low, they did the same one again. So we ran a mesh route, all the guys across, and just leaked the back out fast, and he couldn't get there in time, and it was a touchdown.
Coach, we saw the tribute for Luke Knox before the game. We saw the stickers on the helmets. Would you say this win is dedicated to Luke?
Oh, yeah.
And what does that mean to you guys and the team?
Yes, it means a lot to us, and it really means a lot to those young men in there. They were really excited about that, and it was something that we definitely wanted to dedicate to Luke. But we didn't also want to make too big a deal out of just dedicating a game, if y'all know what I'm saying, because he was so precious to all of us. I didn't want to make it a trivial type thing. I wanted to make it real, and the kids thought it was really real and really important. And they were really they did a little chant for Luke after the game was over, and so that was really special what they did. And we'll honor him all year, and we'll continue to honor him for the rest of our lives. Just even when the guys graduate and move on, the friendships they had with him and everything. So I know one thing I was going to I'll call the parents tomorrow, and I know they would be excited about that for sure.
And during the game, do you feel like it impacted just kind of the tributes and everything? And
I do think that it impacted our focus and understanding and pushing I think it did impact it some, yes.
Coach, real quick, I want to ask you about 2 plays specifically in the third quarter. Goal line stand that resulted in a fumble, and then a few drives later, Sean Peterson comes in and gets a strip sack. That kind of give you guys the confidence and momentum going into the end of the third and into the fourth quarter. You guys have a chance to come back and win this game.
Yes, they kept believing. We talked about stopping them on the first drive of the second half, and we did. And then we were driving down and then we kind of screwed it up. And had a chance there, and then they got the ball back, and Sean's the goal line stand was really big, and we stunned it through there, and it hit hard and went for the ball, and we got on it. It was huge. He was we worked on that. He was kind of going in, so we said the second guy in instead of just jumping on top of him, try to get the ball out, and that's what happened. And then Sean is really good. It was a good move by him to go play outside linebacker because he's a special player, and we're really excited to have him out there. DJ did a good job, and Alex Knowles did a good job rushing the passer. And so the guys just all kept playing hard. We got young secondary, and then Donovan going down hurt us a little bit there. And our secondary, they'll continue to grow up. We got a lot of young guys playing out there that are very talented. They really are. They're long, they're athletic, they can run. Hezekiah had that pick, and I'm going to go back and see it that way. But, he's just kept battling. For a true freshman, it didn't faze him at all. I mean, he just kept playing, which was exciting to see.
What did you think of the kickoff stumble at the end of the first half?
I was very thankful. Very thankful. We'll work on that for sure.
Hey Coach, besides the on the field, off the field, the student support.
It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I think there was a lot of students. I think the stands were packed with people, and I think definitely it's really good to see momentum. You can feel that there was a lot of good, momentum.
I agree. No, I thought it was awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. We came in, Scott Carr and Ken Jessel and Javi and Elizabeth Behar and all the people. I could mention other names. I'm not trying to leave any out. They've been working hard. Sarah with the alumni group, and there's so many people. I can't thank them all, but they are setting it as an event. I mean, the kids look like to me they were having fun. I wish we would have played a little better in the first half. A few of them decided to leave, but a lot of them came back in, which is really exciting. And now they won't leave anymore. I think when they realize we're going to keep playing hard. So I think that was really nice, and our kids really noticed it. I mean, they were so pumped up when they came out of the walk and realized, oh wait, it's getting bigger, and I think that kept sustaining their energy, no doubt. And our band is phenomenal. They were loud, and it was good.
It's interesting that you noticed the fans
Yes.
in the middle of the game.
Yeah. Oh, well, one of the timeouts, I was like, we were coming back, and I started hearing something. I said, okay, a few left, and then And then late in the game when we were going in, you know, and I said, man, they're back in here. This is awesome. It's getting loud. And I was excited because we wanted, the other reason I noticed it when we were going to go overtime, I said if we lose it, we want to go towards the band and the students. And that's really what I noticed, they were back in there.
Coach, with you talking about Gunner, that's gonna be imminent with the concussion protocol. Grayson James gets a chance to go back to his home state. What are your thoughts on that and how he might perform in front of his home state?
Yeah, we'll see what exactly is going on with Gunner, but like I said, I feel confident about Grayson going in and Gunner going in. I went over and told Hayden, I said, Hayden, when Gunner went down, I looked at Hayden and said, Gunner, be ready, keep watching, you never know. And so he was over there into it, ready to play. So I feel good about all three of those young men and what they've done so far. So we'll see how it all works out and goes, but it was really exciting to watch Grayson make those plays, and it was good to see Gunner was kind of getting going when that happened. And we were starting to click a little bit on offense, a little bit better there. Because the first part wasn't very pretty, but then we got it going.
Coach, defense tonight, did you call the defense or did Coach DeWitt?
No, Coach DeWitt called it. Coach DeWitt did some really good calls, did some good things. We've just got to keep working hard. These young guys back there. It's hard to play secondary in today's football. And we were playing really well, and then 4 came in and scrambled around on us and made some plays. And we work on a thing called plaster when a guy starts scrambling. And sometimes our guys start to look at him, and then the guy gets away, and he's able to get it right there to it. So those are some things we'll work on. And then we need to be able to, just play a little bit better back there, because it kind of goes the way passing goes. If you knock one of those down, or you're just a little bit closer, or 2 of them down, that's 100 yards of passing right there. It's a whole different game. So we'll keep working at it. They've got the talent to do it. It's just doing it over and over and over.
Follow up on something that Eric asked about Chris Mitchell. I don't know if she.
Oh yeah, Chris. I'm sorry. I should have
kind of emerged tonight.
No, Chris has been doing really well. Chris can really run. He can make plays. He got hurt. He got a slight concussion in the middle of camp, and then kind of hurt his ankle just a little bit. So he missed about 6 or 7 days, or like a week in there. So it kind of set him behind, and then he worked back into it. Chris has been making those kind of plays when he's out there healthy. He's really fast, and the thing that he started doing now, he's really learning how to run routes and with his speed. And as you saw, he broke that one tackle. They're not catching him. And I was like, he's out of bounds, or is he going to score? Because I was on the other side. Because he would have tried to, he might have walked in, but then I'm glad he got out, because if he was going to fall out another second, we couldn't get the field goal off. So it was kind of like, I was holding my breath. But he played really well.
I want to ask you, you mentioned that Coach Yost had a good play on that 2-point conversion. What about the first half one? What you just missed, but what happened on that one?
The run. The run. I looked like we were going to get in, and their guy stuck flex good, and we got a little movement here. We kind of got knocked back just a little bit, so we kind of got this momentum stopped a little bit, and he came off of it, and that guy hit him. And I asked him on the thing, because it looked like he might have got in, but they said they couldn't really tell because there's such a bunch of body. So, but we didn't get in. And I felt like we had made the long drive. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can score right via the 2-point, because on it, it says things it says to go for it. Sometimes you don't go for it in the first half, but I wanted us to get as many points as we could right there.
You remember winning a game with a 2-point conversion, or last time, or?
No, I have not been through. Okay, yes. Last year we were playing Mississippi State. They scored with like 30-something seconds. They had to go to 2 to tie us, and we stopped them last year in Memphis. So that was one just similar like this. But I haven't been in one as a head coach where we won it on the last play of the game on a 2-point play. No.
And your option, because you didn't have to in this case.
Right, exactly. Everybody, if we wouldn't have gone, we'd say, well, why did you do that? And still the same answer. We didn't stop for 2 long drives. They scored the very first play. We were tired. We just scored, and he goes, I got to play. And I said, let's go do it. 'Cause I don't know if we were going to stop him again. I didn't know we were just going to keep going. And I felt like that was the best thing to do. And we'd fought from behind, so we had to use a lot of energy to get back in it. So I'm very thankful it worked. That was a great throw by Grayson. It was a great catch by EJ, good blocking, and great call by Yost.
Coach, what do you need to clean up? I know, obviously. All right, I guess, how about this way? How about this? I'll rephrase the question. What's the biggest thing that you see so far? You clean up for Texas State?
Well, of course, we got to cover a little bit on the back end at times. Working on the scramble lanes of the quarterback up the middle, and then we got to improve our running game some more. We started making a little bit better there as we got going. So, like we have a correction period on our. We're going to practice again Saturday. We'll be off tomorrow. The coaches are going out recruiting, and we'll have the kids come in as far as treatment and stuff. But then tomorrow's a day off for them. We were laughing at it. Well, our correction period is usually 15 minutes. We have on, and everybody goes, well, we're probably going to have to extend our correction period. But that's that way after every first game. And you always hear a coach say, well, you improve. The reason you improve a lot from first to second in a lot of areas is because the kids are actually on film and it really matters. Oh, it's a scrimmage, but in the game, it's really happens. And so they listen a little bit better, and we can cover. And now they say, well, when you're supposed to step with your right foot, you do have to step with your right foot. And they listen to you, but they listen more when they see it on film and doesn't interact as well for them. So, yes, sir.
Congrats, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Guys, you felt on that.
LA hat, huh?
Hey.
All right.
But congrats on the first win.
Thank you.
It's been a while for us here. Obviously, the last couple seasons,
Yeah.
you've matched the win total already. Tell us, did your expectations coming into this and to this moment right now here? What was your expectations, and how does that coincide with your reality right now?
My expectations are for us to honestly win every game we play. That's not a coach cliche. If I don't believe we can win, then we're not going to win. Now, doing that or not is a bigger story. But the thing that I have seen with this team is when I first got here, everything, it's usually this way when a team isn't doing well and people are transferring, everybody just kind of looking out for their own. And that's a little bit the way college football is now because you can transfer. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not as much I'm going to stay and finish at that school. I'm here, I'm going to do it. And when these kids, they really started growing closer together. And I told them today we've really grown a lot, and we've grown as a family, and we've gotten stronger. I said, if you'll just do your job longer than the other team does their job as hard as you can, and keep believing each other and keep staying positive, we can win if we're down 14 or up 14. You got to realize it the same way. And I saw them, and I said, the only way you're going to do it, we're kind of sitting right here. And I said, the only way you're going to do it is go through the fire. And the only way the fire happens is in the games. And that's the fire. The fire can either take you apart or draw you closer together. And so it's drawn us closer together. Now, we have to keep improving. But I do believe that they believe, even though everybody can say, well, it was an FCS team, I think the way we did it, from what these kids' past have been, even makes it more together to help us move on. So I'm extremely proud of them, and I'm extremely proud of the coaches and what they did, and excited about getting ready for the next game and going from there.
Okay, Coach, I wanted to ask you, congrats on the win, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
First and foremost, how difficult, mentally, I guess, would it be in the next few weeks when you guys have 3 games on the road? I believe it.
Yeah. Our kids have played well on the road. I really believe that, the way they prepare and do. And we go and stay at a hotel the night before now anyway. We stayed at the Miami Lakes Hotel out there. We like it. We're at Shula with it. I love it because it's where the Miami Dolphins used to stay. And I'm walking down the steps, and there's Zonka and Kick on the wall. And I said, man, this is cool, Zonka and Kick. And our kids don't even know who Zonka and Kick is. They were my heroes. I remember when they went and played for the was it the Memphis Showboats? Didn't they play with the Showboats or in the USFL, the very first one? Huh? Yeah, one of those teams. And but anyway, we'll travel well. They'll compete. It's just a different venue, and here we go. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll go to Texas State, and it'll be their first home game, so they'll have a great crowd and be an exciting venue to play in. So I'm looking forward to watching them do that.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Coach.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, we have some players here.